with the James Maude squad again this morning, and we're on the Robin Hood Lake at Little John Lakes at Ollerton. So it's mild, very gentle breeze. It's looking nice. There's one or two fish on the top this morning. They've settled down at the moment. We've got about 10 minutes before we start. I've set up the usual couple of paste lines at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. I've got a top 2+2 line with paste and pellet. Shallow rigs have set up with pellet and meat. And I've got a little feeder line to the island, so I'm on peg 7, which is, I'm told is a good peg. I've never drew in the top 10 pegs on this lake, which is bizarre. So I'm on peg 7 today. I have Pete Lambert to my right, and I've got Nicky's to my left. So I've got no real margin swims. But I'm told this is supposed to be a really good peg. I think it's had some good weights in the past. So we can get some fish today. Really looking forward to it. Speak to you in a bit. Roger's had a beast. Roger's had one on the short line. First put in on paste. There's 5 carp on the feeder, but lots of fish moving and showing on the short lines. Oh, a bit lucky to get that one out after it went under the platform. Lost that one. So we're 1 hour in. 6 carp for about £18. But pretty much everybody's catching. But 1 on paste, the other 5 on the feeder. Trying a wafter at the moment. Wind's getting up, so it's really strong. Difficult to present the paste. looking down, they're catching on shallow, on the tip, catching on short lines. There's two catching on the margin lines as well. Ones have got empty spaces. So they're in a feeding mood, so it carries on. The fish are moving around a lot. They're not really settling on anything at the moment though. Another proper fish. I'm not getting any of them. Oh, you're going to have me in tears in a minute. I can't get it to move. These are littlers. I think you throw these back, don't you? These ones.
We're in the shade.
I selected as many as you. Sean's had a beast on pace, hasn't he? Another 2-pounder. Oh, this might be 3. This one. That's a lovely fish. That is absolutely beautiful fish. Aren't they lovely? Right, so we're 2 hours in. Got 10 carp for £32, I think. And everybody's catching. They're all catching down the edge. Can't feed it. So there's going some good weights today at the moment. So it's fishing really well today. fishing 2 grains of corn. My left hand margin. First pour in on with my left hand margin, this was.
Is it?
Yeah. You don't need many through all this size. Oh, look at that. Oh, easy. Yeah. Proper fish, this one. And he's in the net. Look how fat that one is. May. No, I don't think so. By the way, it's a very good fish. Oh, it's a beauty. Alright, gorgeous fish. £6. Don't want to come in, this won't. So we're 3 hours in now. My clicker is showing £65. I've had a great last hour. Although Pete Lambert's next to me, I think he's got more. Tony Smith's catching loads. Everybody's bagging. catching on double corn at the moment over pellet. We left our margin actually on my top kit, and I've even had one right next to the platform. Good fish. What a morning session, brilliant. So the margin seems gone a bit quiet, so I'm back on the tip and do a couple of fish. That was almost in the landing net and it still come off. Get its head up. Really big ghosty this is. Pure white. Came in really lethargic and popped its head up. Look at that, Pete. Pure white, it's like a koi. It's not 10, but it's not far off. No. Look at that. Pure white. White ghosty. Gorgeous. That is a long fish, that is. Right, so it's 2 o'clock. Got. Yeah, as long as you rest them a bit, I think they're okay. So there's 2 hours to go. No, not a beast. It's on my clicker now. This will make £99 on my clicker. Whether that's right or not, who knows? Cool. 2 hours to go. Hope it carries on. Rest it.
I know, I'm lucky.
Standard method feeder with pellet. 6mm banded on the hook. It's 10 to 3. Everybody's catching now. Really are catching well. Yeah, got him. Got it. Yeah, we'll see. One of your 2-pounders, this one is. Oh, this is a good one. Turn it round. Long fish. Another common. Beauty. Must be £6. How many fish are over there? I can't believe Richie Evans had £500 in this place. But it must have been like this off his rod end all day. Do a time check. It is not long to go now. It's quarter to 4. Everybody's catching. Yeah. Quite a lot of fish settled in the swim. £4 mirror. Might be my last cast, I think. Everybody's still catching. Been a great last hour. That's another big fish, Pete, that one.
Aye.
That's not a £2-pounder.
It was. It was £3.
Was it £3, was it? Like this. More like 6 or 7, maybe even 8. Swimming towards us. But I've definitely done you in the last hour. Well, my new net's dead now. It's full. 66. According to my clicker. I'm going back to my other nets now. Only a little in. And there you go. Fish not on. Right, I'm not going to say what's on my clicker because I'm probably wrong. But I've had a great last hour. In fact, I've had a lot of fish. No idea the numbers of fish. I've caught really well on metafeed most of the day. Rested it, come back to it. Caught a few in the margins to my left. But what a day's fishing. One of my best ever days fishing at Little John Lakes. Awesome. Let's get packed away and we'll see who's won. The weighing's going to be good today.
Yeah, struggled boy. Had all these in last hour.
Well done, mate. Yeah. All done, Dave.
Biggest pork boy, yeah.
51-12.
You were swapping and changing all the time to keep marks going.
You had a few on with, no?
Not many, right?
Yeah. 40.
Yeah, that's one of them.
There's two ways.
Off you watch, go. Don't you better fish? You're not far off.
It's a ton, mate.
You're probably 94 already.
You've won the top. 92 today.
136.
You? 94. Yes, it's 94.
Badass. Oh,
that's right.
Right, you don't have to lean it really far forward, so.
I've done you about £20 to me.
Big smile.
Don't you?
I'm happy from there. That's that nectar fish at 2:30.
That's over. 66 to be on there.
That's right, that is over.
66.
Back to 60, innit?
65. No, we get 60.
No, you get 60. No, it's over. You got over 60. Still, that's
Hang on, let me finish. That's not what we said this morning.
No, it wasn't.
Listen.
It's not over anyway.
No, what?
Yeah, I know it is.
66.
Good. So we're going. Not
You know what record know what they weigh? They're all got scale. 550.
That's 55 skill here, mate.
You got a ton?
Good split.
just shy.
Hold on, Skelly.
47-12. Hold on, Scal.
Nice, it's good, yeah.
Next to me, we're full.
Which one are you on about?
Oh yeah, take your pick. Just shy, Scal. 99.
Go on. Yeah.
He's big. 96.
45-5.
Yeah.
50 in each.
For a while, yeah, you did.
Yeah, but yeah.
Go on, sure. Go on.
It's like Name the club. We don't want that as a true reflection of our club.
Tip him up so you can see him, Sean.
Get them fellas. Don't beans, don't we? Just up a ton up.
I know that.
40 pounds.
54-5. That one.
That's a big fish, that is, isn't it?
They're good quality. I tell you, you're a good fish today.
Yeah, got it. Looks like a winner.
Could be a chicken dinner, this, couldn't it?
one
Could be
here.
chicken dinner.
It's looking like it.
Right, you want to borrow my headphones? I've got some of them.
How do you want, Kev?
That picture, guys.
50 odd again, isn't it?
I wouldn't buy an ounce.
58. Yeah, done it. Just. It's 60. Is
that your little net, Alec?
Clicker. Where'd you go on clicker?
Same in that one. 56.13.
Well done, Mr. Smart. Can't do more in this one.
Two in here.
Yeah.
That's just gone.
Thank you. I like to frame them, you know, Pete.
Hello again, good morning. So yesterday we fished what turned out to be an absolutely fantastic match on Little John Lakes at Robin Hood. It was one of the best matches we've ever had on there, and we had I think 8 or 9 centurions yesterday. It was absolutely superb. There was 17 anglers fished, and we had a total of 1,776 pounds at an average of 104 pounds, which is our best average per angler weight this year, but in any of the matches. And it's certainly the best match we've had on Robin Hood for quite some time. Fish were in real quality condition as well. They were mooching around a little bit at the start before the match was on the surface, but Steve Baird the owner put the aerators on for a good hour before and really oxygenated the place. I think that just brought the fish alive. It was muggy and warm anyway, so I think they were in the mood, but adding that bit of oxygen in for an hour before the start, it just seemed to bring them on feed. And we were catching straight from the start. I mean, the guys that sussed out fishing in the margins early, they're the ones who got ahead in the match and had comfortable centuries in the end. But it was the guys who'd got a bit of extra room, really, who went down the margins early. So if you got empty pegs, fished in the margins early yesterday, you end up with a very good weight. The guys that didn't quite go down the margins early enough struggled, unless you'd got a good island peg with some fish around it, which I did, and Pete Lambert next to me. So we caught mostly out to the island where most of the guys were catching in the margins. But it was a superb match. But anyway, on to the sections. The first section winner was Tony Smith from peg 2 with 115 pound. He caught mainly from his margins on his left hand side throughout the match. The next section winner was Pete Lambert from peg 6, adjacent peg to himself with 129 pound 1 ounce. Caught mainly on the scoop feeder with pellet. Yeah, quite a few decent fish on bomb as well with 8mm pellet. On a slightly shorter line, which was really interesting to see Pete doing that yesterday. That was superb. The next section winner was Paul Skeldon, the secretary, with from peg 10. He had £96 8 ounce. He didn't get down his margins in the first couple of hours. That cost him a little bit, but well, he made the most of it when he did, with £96 in the last few hours from down there. And then the fourth and final section winner was Sean Green from peg 18. With £120 15 ounce, who caught on the feed up and bomb line near the island, but he also caught on his top 2 plus 2 out in front with corn and pellet. Well done, Mr. Green. Another cracking weight there. So on to the top 3 then. So from peg 1 with £136 10 ounce was Dave Lennyman, who caught on maggot and worm to his right hand margin right throughout the match. Another superb performance day, very consistent, and he's sussed out a lot of the venues where he fished. I think he's got nailed to it, and his tactics are spot on in every match. And then on to the top 2 then. So I ended up with £157 7 ounce, which included about £60 in the last hour and a half when I fetched a third net. From peg 7 I accumulated 45 carp I think in the end. And it's mainly, I caught mainly at the island in front of me that seemed to be shoaled up, but I had a dozen fish from the top kit margin to my left hand side because I didn't have a lot of room because I was in between 2 anglers. There was some lilies to my left fish quite short of them, you'll see that on the footage. Actually pulling in the double sweet corn without any hesitation at all. But it did die off after I caught a few fish there, and they didn't really come back to it. I tried it a couple of times, I couldn't get back to it, perhaps just because the line was so short. But yeah, very pleased to get £157 yesterday, which is my personal best for the venue. And then on to the winner then, with £162 13 ounce from peg 22, was Gary Summerscales, who fished an excellent match. Well done, Gary. He caught mainly on his margins. I think he started on pace, had a few fish out in front, but got 2 or 3 empty pegs to his left, and with the other guys catching in the margins. He went down his margins quite early on his left hand side, and he caught steadily throughout the match, so he made the most of that little bit of extra space, and he fished a quality match and thoroughly deserved the victory. Well done, Mr. Summerscales. Right, so that's the end of that. I mean, it was an absolutely fantastic match. Big thank you to Steve Baird for just presenting the venue to such superb condition, and the fish are in lovely condition again, unmarked, perfect fins, and very healthy, very chunky fish, and they fight really hard as well. So big thanks to Steve for that. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video again. We'll finish with a few highlights, but we can't possibly squeeze all the highlights in, so just a few highlights. So, thank you very much. We'll speak again soon. Bye for now. Look at that, Pete. Pure white, like a coin.
Quando.
Get back a slacking. We're down a bit. You're alright. Come on, Kev. Did it take you big? It's automatic.